to all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines. Selah. Hello and welcome, beloveds, to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi Seraki with an urgent message, but I'm really going to give the reasons behind this message, and I'll try and elaborate as much as possible. Thanks to everyone that likes and shares the videos. Go ahead and like, beloveds. There's so much that's happening with, truther channels and, conscious channels with YouTube trying to kind of shadow ban us. So make sure that you like so that, it boosts those algorithms and more of our people see it. There's just some algorithms, the Babylon can play with stories for other days. Thanks to everyone that supports us on Patreon. We appreciate, love you so much. And on there, we're able to have deeper conversations about what is going on in the world. So if you're curious, you could just pay for 1 month subscription, come on there, look at all the videos, articles, get yourself up to speed with everything that's going on. But the reason I'm here, beloveds, is because we as a people need to stop eating in restaurants. Part of the reason that a lot of people are finding themselves anxious, confused, without any clear direction, and weak to the onslaught of the enemy and the rollout of the final, statutes of the New World Order, if I can put it like that, is because of the food we're eating. And food has been weaponized for a long time to dumb people down, to make them slower. And what happens, beloveds, is because, and I shared this in another video where food, spiritually, because this is our vessel and our license to move around here, we can only a certain level of our spirit can come into this body based on its vibration. So it has to be a vibrational match. And so if you are a god or a goddess or a mighty powerful being, and you're trying to come in here to do some things, then you will only be able to perform as much as your vessel is vibrationally, on the level of vibration of your body. And that's why it's so important. That's why they call this a temple. That's why for the spirit to come into the temple has to be meticulously clean and just have all the necessary things. And one of the things is feeding the temple. What you put into the temple is so critical. And one of the things that people don't know, beloveds, is that a lot of these restaurants that we see around, these pizzerias, etc., and especially these fast food restaurants are actually occult situations. They're actually highly occult. They're witchcraft stations, beloveds. What they're giving you chemicals that will alter your body function. And in return, you not only pay them physically, but you also pay them energetically. But you see, the making of food is such a deep and intimate thing, beloveds, because the whole world is mind. This reality we live with is mind, is a mind, beloveds. Many facets of the mind, I'm not going to get too into that, but you consume the thoughts, the emotions, the negativity of all the people who have touched the food that ends up on your plate. And especially if you're eating the food of the people who are making that food. And let's not forget that, restaurant people are really not well paid. So they're probably not thinking the most high vibrational thoughts when they're making your food, beloveds. But we have to, even without, that's the second point. The first point is recognize that the occult created restaurants. Babylon created restaurants, beloveds. And it's become so second nature. And it's made to be addictive to the point where many people don't even know how to cook for themselves. But in this time when there's such a huge mental onslaught, you are battling for your self-control. You are battling to regain the control of your life. One of the most important steps is to stop eating out. Because you could be as high vibrational as you want, and then you'll eat some food that's been made by a low vibe being. And you, instead of continuing on your journey, you'll find yourself battling yourself, falling sick, feeling unmotivated, lethargic, having some crazy thoughts going through your head because you're absorbing everything. And you don't know the purpose behind those restaurants. And you see, especially with these fast food chains, beloveds, many of which are in our neighborhoods, majority of which are in our neighborhoods, it's an occult ritual, beloveds. There's something called spirit cooking, which is like the darkest level of this, if you want to put it like that, which really exists, where they cook humans. Stories for other days. But that thing of cooking, it's like they're making potions, and they've put all these things together that are potions, beloveds. Many of these things, you're not even really eating real food in many of these fast food chains. It's reached a level where the chemicals are so sophisticated that they just know how to mess with your taste buds. And your mind has already said, I've ordered a Chick-fil-A, whatever. But before, they were set up as highly addictive institutions to get you in and to get you addicted. But in the seasons to come, they could be used to take you out or to slow you down, to weaken you. Because a lot of people don't have the spiritual energy to do what it takes to change their lives because of what they're physically consuming. Their food makes them foggy in their mind and lazy to get up and do something. So it is so important, beloveds, especially your children. If you're still addicted, especially your children, start cooking at home. Start making your own food. At least remove that first layer. Okay, so you'll have to buy groceries and everything. Then watch my next video, which I do about how to prepare that food so that it's a high energy, high frequency food that will actually revive and uplift your body. Because the one thing that is going to hold so many people back, or is going to be the biggest liability for so many of our people, is their bodies, which they have weakened with their bad habits. Things like sugar, beloveds, all of these things make you slower. Like it's all chemically done on purpose. But we've been made to think that, we're just feeding our physical bodies. It's been so trivialized that we don't see the depths of what's really going on. Stop eating out. Learn to cook for yourself. I'm telling you, people don't even have the money to cook. Many restaurants have been closed down because of the pandemic. But start to learn to cook for yourself. And even the person who is cooking for your family, be in the highest, most positive meditation and put all kinds of love and power in that food. And you'll see the effects on your children, on yourself. Tuko pamoja.